without further ado, we're going to get to our amazing speakers. Our first speaker actually used to be a professional clown. He used to have hair, and he loves to sing in the shower. So everybody, please help me welcome Shawn Glinter.
How the fuck are you, Toronto? Let's do that again. How the fuck are you, Toronto? So I want to talk tonight about my third startup. And my third startup was a fuck up. It was a failure. I had two startups previously that were successful. This startup was a healthcare company that focused on building in collections for third-party liability. Doesn't sound really sexy, but we basically went after automobile accidents, and we collected on those automobile accidents because hospitals got a lot more money, and this is kind of originated in the United States. They got a lot more money on the collections on automobile accidents if we actually went to the automobile collection, insurance company. So I'm going to talk about how I fucked up. I love to say fuck anyway, so at any given time, if you just want to say fucking A, Shawn, that's okay, just tell him you got to get it out. So Larry and I go back a long way here, right? And, right now, currently, I am the founder and CEO of Pendant Biosciences, which is a life sciences biotech company. Doing really cool things in nanotechnology, but I'm not talking about that tonight. I'm going to talk, I have like 7.5 more minutes to talk about, this fuck up and this failure. But there's always a little bit of crazy, right? I mean, how many of you have a little bit of crazy in here? Woo! All right, John. So I started this company with 4 guys, and I put $250,000 of my own money in it. Right? I had some really good successes previously, and I was like, I'm going to write a 6-figure check. I'm going to go into business with these 3 other guys. Each of those guys was 50+ years of age, right? So I was this young guy who really, thought these guys are going to show me the way. They're going to help me. We're going to build this company. We're going to just generate a lot of money and have an impact. Help these hospitals collect these monies. I mean, things look really good. But let me tell you, that's probably not everything that went through my mind when we started this company, right? I mean, if you think about all those emotions, those fears, all the things that could go wrong, I guarantee some of you have probably thought about all these things at some point as you've kind of been. Am I going to fuck up? Am I going to fail? Are these things going to happen? This startup started on the path of being really labor intensive. Right? We put people into the hospitals and they did collections. They got on the damn phone and they called and called to collect this money. We didn't use technology. This is around 2005 or 2004. And so what we did was we just called and called and called to collect money from these automobile insurance companies. So my partners and I, who were really, really smart, right? We're like, we're going to go get this money, we're going to collect it, hospitals are going to be really happy. But what about using technology? Well, fuck, nobody wanted to use technology. We're just going to go ahead and put people, right, human bodies, in the hospital by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At one point, we had 10 of our staff in a hospital just dialing for dollars. Well, sometimes this really actually comes into play. I wanted to use technology as we started to build business. It wasn't even about scaling. I just wanted to add some automation, right? I just wanted to go ahead and not have to have bodies in the office doing all this heavy lifting. My partners didn't believe in technology. They didn't even think about, there were other solutions. Let's just go ahead and put people in the office and we'll get it done. Well, that one didn't really show that great, but this is one hell of a fucking big screen. As things went on, and we started realizing that we had 10, 30, 40, 50, 70 clients, and we were really getting kind of overwhelmed and inundated, and we really weren't able to do a really good job, and there were other competitors coming to the market. We started really arguing amongst each other. My partners and I were not getting along. Right? Have you ever had that experience where you disagree with somebody? Right? Okay. Sometimes it goes really well, sometimes just it turns upside down and it got fucked up for us. Because myself and another partner, we were on one side and my 2 senior partners were on the other side. And what really happened is that as the time went on, we decided we'd have to wind down the company. Because we were not able to stay competitive. My partners did not want to use technology to grow and build a company. And the most important person in my life, which is my wife, and my son. My wife is the chief support officer for everything that I do. So let's give a big fucking A to my wife. I didn't tell my wife until about 2 weeks before we were going to start shutting down the company. See? Like, what the fuck was I thinking, right? I actually had months. I had months to think about it. You know, and again, I was still in denial. There's a slide that really shows that really well. But I didn't tell my wife. And here I am, I'm like, so $250,000, by the way, that's all gone. I fucked that away because I didn't realize that I did the agreements with my partners where, you know, they got paid out first, you know, because I was third and fourth, so there's nothing left at the end of the day. I didn't tell Nicole, who's my spouse, when things started really going bad. You know, I had a successful start, 1 and 2. I really fucked up because she didn't have a very long time to really think about this and process it. Here's the most important person in my life. And I basically said, hey, guess what? We're shutting this thing down. I'll never make that mistake again. Not only will I never make that mistake again with my spouse, but I'll never make that mistake again when things really start going bad. It's better to go ahead and start thinking about how you're going to deal with it and sharing the bills that you need to share versus waiting till it's so fucked up that now you've got to, what the hell do I do? And then it's really stressful. So how many of you know this is that? How many of you see that sign of the ship up, you know, in the ocean, and some of you see it obviously standing right up? So how many of you see that sign of the ship going down? And how many of you see that ship where there's 200, you know, feet still up in the air? You know, I was like, hey, we're not sinking. I was like, I'm holding on to this. Like, we are going to make this happen. We can build this company. We can survive. We'll get through this. My partners are just not going to go ahead and fight me on this. At the end of the day, the ship was sinking. There's no doubt the ship was sinking. As much as it looks really cool to be like, hey, I'm at the top over there, this thing was going down. The other thing is, I didn't have a plan beyond plan A. Like, I mean, when shit happens, and when things start going bad, and you're like, wait a minute, what am I going to do when plan A doesn't work? How many of you even think about a plan B? Somebody fucking raise their hand. Come on, somebody's got to have a plan B, right? All right? Right? I mean, you know, you're driving the car on the street, and there's a car parked in front of you. You go around it, right? There's plan B. That was a simple plan B. But you know, I did not realize that plan B and plan C was really important. Another real fuck up. Right? We started with plan A and it was like, okay, this is the way it's going to work. This is the way it has to work. And it didn't. So you've got to have a plan B and a plan C. I don't really want to go with plan D because that just really gets messed up. This is so true, guys. Shit happens. It happens when you think it's going to happen. It happens when you don't think it's going to happen. At the end of the day, you know, it is stressful. And it's painful. And it's hard. And you try to go ahead and figure out a way to salvage it and keep it alive. But one of the things that's most important is to just realize shit does happen. And if you can try to deal with it calmly and compartmentalize things a little bit more, and realize there's things that you don't have any control over. There are just things that you have zero control over, so don't try to control it. This is so true. It always happens. Even when you don't think it's going to. And here's my post-mortem. Okay, so dead is dead. When something is dead, like this startup, it was dead. And you have to be able to realize that. When you realize that that's that startup, that experiment, whatever, you know, you're faced with a fuck up and a failure, when dead is dead. And that was one of the hardest things for me to actually really come to real grips with, to be like, this thing's dead. We're winding it down. The attorneys, I mean, hell, the attorneys are just billing me out the wazoo. Any money I'm going to have from this fucking startup is all going to go pay my legal bills. You got to remember, dead is dead. And you've got to realize that when dead is, when it happens, it happens. If there's anything I leave in my whatever many minutes I'm now over, all right? Startups are fucking hard. They absolutely are fucking hard. But there's nothing more in what I do then I love more than being an entrepreneur and being involved in starting companies, being impactful. But if anybody says, it's really easy, they're fucking wrong because they are really fucking hard. Fucking A, Toronto. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Shawn some questions to dive a little bit deeper into that fuck-up.
Somebody better ask one fucking question.
Great, let's start it.
So there was a problem between you and your partners.
Yeah.
What kinds of conversations would you recommend on the outset between, dealing with
My partners?
Yeah.
So I think, I'm a big fan of co-founders. I really am. I mean, I think when you decide to start something, especially you're going to start a company, there's a lot of us that think we just want to be that single founder, but listen, it's fucking hard to begin with. So I'm a big fan of co-founders, right? Just to start out of the gate. I think, rather than saying, hey, I found somebody, I love you, right? And hey, let's go into business together. I mean, when I think about it, I dated my wife for 3 years, right, before I proposed her. So on the onset, I really encourage you to go ahead and kind of date those partners. Even if you've known somebody for 20 years. Let me tell you, I've known people for 15 years. And I fucking never go into business with them. So you really got to understand the expectations. You got to just have a conversation. We're all really happy when things go well. By the way, how many entrepreneurs are in the room? Fucking I'm from Winnipeg, by the way, so I can say. Yeah! So the reality is that we always think about how great things are going to go. And we never want to talk about the shit that happens when it really is bad. And when it goes bad, you haven't talked about it. So I talk about all the bad shit that's going to happen. I'm like, guys, if we're going to go ahead and put an agreement together, if we're going to go into business together, and let's selfishly get everything out on the table that is important to each of us as it relates to this partnership relationship. The worst thing that you can do is not talk about how you kind of envision working together as partners. And that's hard because everybody's like so excited with passion. We want to go start a business. We want to start writing code. We want to start doing experiments. And we're like, oh, wait a minute. Hey, I guess we should talk about how this partnership works. So the sooner the better. And I would tell you, don't just jump into having partners because, you're attracted to the individual, right? They're better looking than you, right? They're more money than you. So that should go sideways. Do I have to talk to somebody? Wow, this is a good audience. Great job.
You're looking at what's it upside down. What part of it? And what actually we're trying to drive at is like pulling money from people, pulling money from insurance companies. Where did it start showing?
So where it really happened, so we were cranking out revenue, right? Because in the United States, there's the health insurance companies, and then there's the automobile insurance companies. When someone experiences a car accident in the United States, you can actually get the automobile insurance companies to be 100% of the bill, versus healthcare insurance companies will pay anywhere from potentially 15% to maybe 75%. You can never get 100% of the bill, and it's somewhere in between. So it wasn't a matter of revenue. I mean, it was a matter of just being able to manage the growth and agree on how we're building the company. I wanted to use technology, right? Because my partners, we weren't able to go ahead and manage the labor. It just became very, very manual intensive.
How big was it?
So we had 70 clients. So 70 clients, yeah, 70, right? And those 70 clients represented probably something like 300 hospitals. And then we had about 12 people. I mean, if I think 12 plus the 4 founders. I mean, it wasn't that we didn't have a great business model. I mean, we did in the sense of we knew where there was an unmet need, we found a real niche, and we were killing it. It was really the partners agreeing on how we were we never really discussed how we were going to build a business past, hey, we can go collect the bill, right? We never talked about it. Something a little bit more. It doesn't matter, $250,000 still hurts, right? It still hurt. Still hurt. But what was more painful is the fact that we fucked up, that I failed, and there were things I should have seen that I didn't. Number 3, right? You would have thought that, well, how did I make some of those mistakes? I thought I had partners that actually, were looking out for some of my interests, which, we know that isn't always the case. So that's that. It was really a lot of the partners, and there was also a lot about just the fact that we were not building the business in a very scalable manner, or even just in a sustainable manner. Forget scalability, just it wasn't sustainable.
Hey, Shawn. So I think one of the things that it takes to be an entrepreneur is that you have to be like a bit of an idiot. Like you have to be the kind of person who's 200 feet up. Yeah, so you have to be the kind of person who's like a bit crazy, and you're 200 feet up in the air, and the Titanic is sinking, and you still kind of believe in the Titanic. So my question is, where's the line? When do you know dead is dead, and when are you just being a good entrepreneur by like believing in the fact that you can make something impossible into a success?
So I think there is certainly a little bit of crazy in all this as we think about being entrepreneurs. It's really easy to start a business, by the way. To start it is really easy. We just get, we'll get a federal ID or a tax ID, we'll go register, with the federal government or the provincial government, or, depending on how you do it in the state. So starting a business is really easy. Growing the business, building the business, that's fucking hard. And when you think about it, there's a lot of stress associated with it, and there's a lot of stubborn, and there's just a lot of DNA in there, right? I will tell you, I'm a smarter entrepreneur today than I was when I did my first one, my second effort. So Pendant is number 6. Do you think I still make mistakes? Fuck yeah. All right, do you think I have fuck-ups? I absolutely do. I think that part of the challenge is not doing it by yourself. Not having the person on the left and on the right be the voices in your head, right? Actually having people that you can talk to, and it's not just your team. Having people that are more experienced, that are smarter than you, that have actually done it. It's hard to go ahead and say I'm packing it in. I will tell you, there's a huge kind of mountain to kind of climb over when you're like, are we fucking out of money? What are we going to do, right? We can't make payroll, right? Or, hey, the science isn't working. Or, hey, the code is no longer doing what we expected it to do. Oh, hey, this big competitor just came into the market, right? So I would tell you, fundamentally, don't go at it alone, right? If you're doing it alone, it's fatally flawed. Surround yourself with people who actually will help you be like, Shawn, it's time to shut it down. Or have them help you reach the conclusion. I do a lot of mentoring to first-time entrepreneurs. I can tell you what to do, or I can help you reach a conclusion, right? So find people that actually help you, walk you through trying to reach that conclusion rather than being solo. That's probably the biggest advice I can say in kind of reaching that decision and working through it is don't do it alone.
How do you balance using information and trusting information?
How do
How do you balance using information that you get and using your intuition with that?
So there's 3 parts that go into, I guess 3 organs that go into making the decision, right? In the sense of, think about this part, okay, that's my brain. Think about my heart, and I think about my gut. And I will tell you, I know this sounds kind of like really, elementary, but I've been correct and made better decisions with my gut than my heart or my brain. I've made more mistakes than I've made the wrong decisions when I kind of use my brain and thinking it's common sense, or hey, just let me go look at the data. This is pretty obvious, but my gut says something totally different. So for me, a lot of it is just kind of that gut feeling. It may not be that way for you, but I will tell you that more times than not, in the last 17 years of being an entrepreneur, working with entrepreneurs, I've watched more people make decisions with their gut that have been better decisions than necessarily doing it with their brain or their heart. And so that's sometimes the balance. But you know what? If you make the wrong decision, realize you made the wrong decision real quickly, correct it, be decisive, and move on. You know what? Maybe if you make the wrong decision again, correct it, move on. The worst thing you can do is negotiate with yourself all day long, wondering, okay, should I make this decision this way? Or wait a minute, did I make the wrong one? Right? So make it, move on, self-correct.
I think that's a good place to cap it. So all the speakers are going to be around at the end. You'll have a chance to speak to them privately as well. So thank you very much.